chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to him. He's a good brother. He's doing good work and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
I stand for nature. I stand for anything that is right. I'm pro-righteous, not pro-black. I am pro-righteous, but not pro-black. So do your thing.
Let's be honest. If black folks are going to get reparations, then they're going to need a 4-star general approach to it. It will have to be approached in an organized, sustained, military-like way. A flamethrower of a man will have to be the keynote speaker concerning reparations. Brother Malcolm would have been the perfect man to go into the United Nations to pressure the power structure to give us reparations. But he's no longer with us, and his brothers who helped stop him haven't picked up the tab. They weren't serious. If reparations is going to be addressed, then a serious individual like this brother named Taalik Ibn'rad should be sent to the UN to speak before the General Assembly. Taalik has the qualification to be taken serious. He's been consistent in his seriousness. He's a man that's not going to go into the UN and bite his tongue. He's going to express how he really feels. He won't modify his delivery. He won't flip the script, buck down, smile, and be gone. He'll let the power structure know how black people really feel and why they need restoration for the mental and spiritual destruction done to all of us. Go get him, wake him up in the middle of the night, and bring him to New York. He'll come in a clean but wrinkled undershirt with a loose-fitting collar. He might come in a robe, maybe in a suit. He might drive a truck to the UN. But you can rest assured, Taalik will be coming as himself. And once the world hears him, the fight for what black folks need will be over. It doesn't matter if Taalik is the opening or the keynote speaker. All you have to do is hear him, and we'll be there. What? Meet you at the old Autobahn so we can rally up and organize the people? Haven't you heard that place is always closed? The old ones in the power structure vow that they will never again give the people that kind of space to assemble. They are scared of Malcolm's ghost now returning to the crime scene. That's why that place is always closed. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
What was all about it? Like the hit? Here it goes. Because I keep it real like that. I keep it real.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I want to make 2 points before we actually talk to in relation to the subject matter, which is Black man, soul brothers, clean your house before judging our sisters. Just the title alone will make some males, soul brothers, very upset and angry. Just the title. You are Captain Saberholt. Well, if you are a man, according to your logic, you say that the male is supposed to protect the female and provide. So if she's a hoe, then we have failed in our criteria and qualifications to be a male. If she's a hoe, you have failed to save the hoe because she should never have been a hoe to begin with. She's a whore. She's a hoe because her man has failed to protect her. So you make yourself look bad because you say out of your mouth that is what a man supposed to do is protect woman. You are the leader. You are the provider. So based on your logic, you have failed. And you want to make mockery of me because I want to save her due to our failure. Because so many of you refuse to do your job. So you're not making me look bad. You're making yourself look bad with that type of cowardly, incompetent, irresponsible behavior. The first thing I would like to say is I would like, and I've spoken to our sister Noble, I have decided that for our next soul, I want Sister Noble to give the keynote address. I will take my little 20 minutes to open up for our sister. And the reason of why I would like for her to be the keynote speaker, I don't know what her theme might be. We're going to deal with some passive ideas around. But the reason why I've come to this decision is because she has become a great helper in this work. And she also understands this work we call Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign. It has not always been that way. There was a time when I presented this Mississippi plan to her, and she, like many out there in YouTube land, shrugged it off. Yeah, that's nice. She didn't want to hurt my feelings. But you can't hurt my feelings. Either you embrace or you don't. Either you reject or you accept. You're not going to hurt my feelings. And so she politely, unlike some folks, she politely rejected. But she's going to continue to be around this type of rhetoric if she's going to interact with yours truly. So the more I pushed and the more I talked, little by little, she began to understand. And one day, she just said, I got it. I got it. And then when this brother, Charles Blow, wrote his book, and I hope that Brother Taalik will be bringing to us a review of his book, The Devil Within, a Black Power Manifesto by Charles Blow, speaking about of how, so brothers and sisters, we should begin to exodus or migrate back to the South. When she learned of this book, talking a narrative that we have been speaking from this platform over 3 years. I would like to thank you two for allowing us, uninterrupted by the termination of our channels for the last 3 years. I'm sort of shocked. I'm sort of shocked. Now, YouTube has given me some strikes for spam and some other stuff, but basically Google, YouTube has not bothered me like they've done in the past. My problem comes from, well, you probably know, people that look like us who are angry because of what we say, that their mythology, their strategy, their mindset is a relic of the past. It failed then, it would fail now. It should go the way of the dinosaur. And they do not like how I speak about something I feel, a mentality, a mindset that should be thrown in the trash. How dare you? How dare you say that what I believe, my research and my information should be thrown in the trash? That's good for you as an individual living in your house with your family and your dog and cat in your personal house. But that has failed us as a people. It has failed. It failed the 20 million in its day, and it continues to fail the 40 million in our day, which is dope. So why would I want to continue to hold on to what I know does not work? That is a sign of insanity. We do not wish to be insane. Also, this Soul Liberation Day was inspired and based upon the Nation of Islam's Savior's Day. And within Savior's Day, the only one who spoke at Savior's Day was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The only one who speaks at Savior's Day is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And when you talk about the different factions, the only one who will speak at Savior's Day probably is Eric Muhammad. The only one who will speak at Savior's Day is the Son of Man. The only one who will speak at Savior's Day is Royal or Silas Muhammad. So out of the thousands and hundreds of persons who support Elijah, who support these platforms, the only one who is smart enough, the only one who is all wise, all knowing, is Elijah, Eric Muhammad, Farrakhan, the leadership. Nobody else don't know nothing. A brilliant spokesman, a brilliant student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't believe, to my knowledge, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Malcolm never, I think one time, gave the keynote address. And usually, if somebody else is allowed to give the keynote address, it's because the leader is too sick. That's the reason why. But if the leader wasn't sick, it's my stage, always. I am not smarter than those who come on my platform. I'm not wiser. I'm not the unknown. I'm not the all-knowing. This is not a dictatorship. This is a team. And our sister Noble has proven and continues to prove to be a good teammate. So I have no problem passing the ball to my teammate. And even if they do, or even if they did allow someone to give the keynote address, it is still not a female. It's not a woman. Because you should submit to your man. He's the leader. He's the all-knowing. He's the provider. He's all this stuff. But without you, he's nothing. A lot of the power that these men have is because they are supported in the church, in the mosque. Wherever you find these men, that's because they are supported by the sisters. But the sisters can't talk. The sister gotta know their place. Well, here, the sister's place is on an equal footing with me. I am not greater. I am not better. I am not greater. I am not better than my sisters. My sisters are equal here. And if my sister can do the job better than me, so be it. I'm going to help you get the job done. No problem with that. There is no self-righteousness to me. There is no, I'm the all-knowing. I'm about getting the job done. And if a woman can get the job done better than me, I'll sit back in the cut. I have no problem. I'm with you 1,000% sisters. I have no problem with that. So now, this year will be number 7, I believe, because I've been doing Soul Liberation Day ever since 2016. So this would be, I believe, the 7th Soul Liberation Day. And each one seems to get better and better and better. And I have no doubt in my mind that Sister Noble will bring us a good message. And number 7 will be very, very, very good. And so I'm proud to announce, and I'm sure that those of you who are listening out there in YouTube land, and you will, those who support this platform, you will support me in our support of her as she takes the reign and be the keynote speaker of what we call Soul Liberation Day. Soul Liberation Day, other than our birthday, is a day so that we can rejoice and celebrate our self-healing from trauma. You should be proud of yourself. But ultimately, Soul Liberation Day is that day that we celebrate that the soul has been liberated from an oppressor once and for all. That's what Soul Liberation Day is about. We're not waiting on a savior. We are the saviors. So I just wanted to put that out there, that our sister Noah will, and I plan that she do this also. There are some things that's going on, and not only her, but there are certain events that I would like for us to, our presence to be made. It is not fair that if I want to go to Atlanta, Georgia for Malcolm X Day to represent us, or if Sister Noble, well, she already lives in Atlanta, but there's a conference in Coldwater, Mississippi, where our soul brother Maurice is at, and there are other places. Say, for instance, if I'm too sick to go, we should be able to send somebody to represent our platform because we have the solution. Nobody else has nothing. And so since Sister Noble, she knows what we represent, Brother Taalik, and maybe some others that's rising up who would like to go and represent us, we should have no problem paying for gas or bus ticket or airplane ticket so that we are represented in that conference. If we're serious about what we're doing here, our voice needs to be heard. It's not fair that myself or anybody, we bear the burden of these expenses by ourselves. Because the work is not for me. It's not for Sister Nova. It's not for Brother Taalik. The work is supposed to be about us, and we're a team. So when I go anywhere, my team backs me up. I shouldn't have to spend my own personal money for a plane ticket. We should all share in that expense. It's only fair. So that we, not me, we represent what we claim we support. This is the best solution to offer our people, which we call the Mississippi Campaign, or should you choose the Mississippi Initiative. It's only fair. Sister Noble was excited when I brought this to her attention that I wanted her to be keynote speaker for Soul Liberation Day. And she's ready to roll and rock. And I am also so excited because our soul brother, Maurice Muhammad, came here in this house and told you outright how he feels about our day, Soul Liberation Day. And he wants to continue to participate in our day. I'm already thinking about Soul Liberation Day the next year. We would probably have our brother Maurice Muhammad do the keynote address. I don't mind sharing. I'm not pompous. And I invited Brother Maurice to talk to us Soul Liberation Day. And I had no idea of what he's going to say. I just put my faith in what I saw as a mindset. And I'm like, okay, here we go. I don't know what this brother's going to say. But I judge right. Brother Maurice is not the man that many of you think he was 2 some years ago. He has matured a lot, contrary to some of those that we have interacted with before. And I would hope that you would give us, not just Maurice, give us another chance in our unity, in our brotherhood, in our being family. Because us is all we got. He represents the same idea, the same plan. And that's a good thing. You so blackety, you can't comprehend and understand where I'm coming from? Well, there you go. You can slide right over there to Brother Maurice so he can put your ass to work. But see, a lot of us, we don't want to do nothing at all. You don't want to be here with me. You don't want to be with Maurice. You just want to run your damn mouth. We had a sister on the platform a few days ago. She got upset with me. Then she turned her viciousness on our brother Omar. And I asked her 7 times. I asked her, what do you suggest that can help us, since I'm filled with self-hatred for my people? What do you suggest to us to cause us to love ourselves and the solution to our predicament that we find ourselves in the United States of America? And she offered zero, nada, nothing. I asked her 7 times and she offered us nothing. But she has a problem with what we present. But again, that's because many of these folks don't want to do nothing except run their mouth. They have no plan. That troll Alquan kept going to Sarnetta TV, bothering him. So Sarnetta opened up the floor. Said, look, nothing I do is right for you. So what do you want us to do? I'm going to give you 15 minutes of fame. There you go. And this troll had nothing to offer. They don't want to do nothing. But they have so much to say about those who bring a solution, a good solution, a solid solution, actually the most realistic and best option that we have, and that's called the Mississippi Campaign. We put the challenge out there. Get your partner. And don't be a child. Myself and Brother Muhammad would be happy to debate anybody. Bring your so-called solution. Bring it, put it up against this Mississippi campaign and let the people decide what solution is best. And the only thing you're going to do is keep bringing the same crap that has not worked for the last 50, 100 years. That's why we exist, is because that stuff fails. Now, for my second point, before we get into our main topic, which shouldn't take a long time anyway. The second point I want to make is whenever these blackity black, pro-black, they so damn black, I love my people, black folks, whatever, they so black, they come to me and tell me because they don't understand and cannot comprehend where I'm coming from. They want to come to us and tell us we are filled with self-hatred. We hate our people. We condemn our people. We're not black enough for them. They are the experts on blackness. Well, see, I have grown. Already been where you're at. And if I went back to where I was, your black crowd ain't nothing. And I told you earlier, in my blackness, I was ready to go to Washington, D.C. to assassinate the president. They kill our leaders. Why can't we kill theirs? That was my mentality. Matter of fact, y'all so blackity black and whatever. And they murder our people. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You kill mine, I kill yours. But these blackity black folks talk about Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Sean Bell, and the list goes on and on. But they never take revenge. Never. They killed Dr. King, they killed Malcolm, Medgar Evers, and whatever the list goes on and on. And these blackity black folks never take revenge. They never attack the Ku Klux Klan or the skinheads or nobody. But you so blackity black. In my blackness, when I was like you, somebody got to pay. I would have no problem going to a Klan building and bombing it and take some of them out. Or some government official. I have no problem with that. But the people around me who claim they're so blackity black that they celebrate the death of Malcolm, they couldn't get with me on that. And I looked at them. I had to take a look at my FOI, Nation of Islam, that I'm part of. I remember watching Malcolm's face when they murdered the brother in California, Ronald S. Stokes, I believe that was his name, Ronald X. Stokes. He was the secretary of the LA Mosque, I believe. And he wanted revenge because he knew that brother and he liked that brother. And he wanted revenge. Somebody got to pay. And plus, the Nation of Islam talking all this rhetoric. We're not like Dr. King. You heard us, we're going to give your ass whooping. That's the type of mentality, that's the That's the posturing that Malcolm was doing. And now these Peckerwoods killed your Muslim brothers. And Elijah Muhammad told them to stand down. Malcolm couldn't understand. So Malcolm was at a press conference, and I could see it in his eyes. He was all messed up because for years he been talking this rhetoric. You ain't gonna do that to me. You do that to me, it's gonna be a price to pay. And now it has been done to you. Matter of fact, not only that one brother, I would say about at least 11 Muslims killed by the police. No revenge. Don't do nothing. And so Malcolm was at this press conference and he had to, he was all messed up. He had to make up this excuse. Well, our leader and teacher, he's so wise. Put it in the hands of Allah. I know he felt funny. He had to come up with this bull doo-doo. But if you notice, nobody said when they got into it with Malcolm, nobody was talking about put it in the hands of Allah. They calling his house, threatening his wife and children. They didn't threaten nobody in LA. They did not threaten the LA Police Department or the police officers or nobody. And that's how you are right now today. You would threaten me, but you won't threaten no Peckerwood. You ain't gonna do a damn thing. Your blackness. And so Brother Omar brought to the attention of this black person, if you that damn black, then don't drive a car until black people, soul brothers and sisters, until we make the car. No response. You can't even get a drink of water without the white man. I don't know anything. I don't know. They might exist, but we don't even put water in a bottle to drink. And we damn sure don't put water in a pipe to come to your house. You so blackity black. Fake ass people. And you damn sure not gonna put your hands on a Peckerwood. Because you fear reprisal. You don't want to die. Scary ass. And you gonna question me. I protest by myself. During the end of Jim Crow, it was still in effect. And what many of you don't know is Jim Crow didn't really come to an end until the early 70s. It did not end in the 60s. It didn't come to a total end till the 1970s. And in some places right now today, it's still in effect, but they just don't talk about it like that. It's understood. Negro, know your place. It's understood. And you better not do nothing about it. Driving the truck across the South. I've been in these small towns, and I swear, some of our brothers and sisters still basically talk like slaves. They talk like my scared grandmother and grandfather during the 60s. They still talk that way and act that way. Yes, sir. I don't know, sir. They still talk that way in 2021. Some things never change. I even heard, it's a rumor, I even heard that slaves in America still exist out there in the South, in some of these places, in these rural areas. Some of these people have slaves. They don't know that slavery ended. They kept certain people, and for generations, they have them on these big lots of land, and the people never leave. That's the only world they know. They don't know about the free world. It's a rumor. I don't know, but I heard it. And I remember talking to Sister Deity. She heard it. We don't know. But I wouldn't be shocked, because you have people that kidnap people and take them to certain places, and that's all they know. Some children are born in incarceration. Like, what was that at? I think this Mexican dude or whatever. I said, dude, I hate that word, dude. This guy kidnapped these young girls. He got one of them pregnant, and her baby was born. So that's all that he knows. He kept them locked up in their house. So if that can be done, you can imagine, what if somebody have all this land, and some of these places, in order to get to the main house, it might be 2 miles. You can have people locked away, slaves. I wouldn't be shocked if one day it's broke out on the news. I wouldn't be shocked. You gonna judge me on my blackness, because I don't want to say black, because I don't want to say African. Because I pull your whole card. Don't tell me about you a king and a queen, and you've done nothing to earn that. You want somebody to give you credit for something you did not earn, nor do you qualify. You gonna tell me, I will give this as an example. One of my sisters had a boyfriend. And I don't know. Do some of y'all sisters wait for the garbage man to come to your house, and then you jump on the back of the garbage truck, and then he get to the landfill, and you jump off, and then you start looking under the trash? That's where you find your man at? That's the way it seems like. The sisters go to the garbage dump to get their boyfriends and husbands. You go to the garbage dump looking for men. And basically that's all my sisters ever had. It seemed like they was garbage dumpsters. What them people, they go find it, dumpster divers. They go looking for food in the trash. And that's where they find these boyfriends and these men that they deal with. It looked like they went dumpster diving. So finally they brought one, and he was talking about, I'm going to school, culinary school, and I'm going to open up this restaurant. I love to cook. And so for the first time, I heard one of their men, potential husband, I finally heard one of them sound like he got it going on. Like, wow. He talked this big game. And nothing happens overnight. So 6 months pass, a year pass, 2 years pass. It's quite obvious this guy is not going to do nothing. And he's steady telling us what he gonna do, but you never see it get done. And that's how it is in the black conscious community. Black power, whatever the hell. They always talking, but you don't never see nothing get done. And they always begging for money. Donate to my Cash App, my GoFundMe, whatever else they got out here. we gonna build this and we gonna do that. But you never see it. So you're gonna get angry at me because I'm gonna tell you about the lie you keep telling that you're not. Don't tell me that you want to be free and I can clearly see you're not interested in it. Like this sister talking all this crap. What are you doing to change your condition? Absolutely nothing. These men that you make excuses for, what are they doing to change their condition? Absolutely nothing. And you want to get angry at me because I'm going to put it out there. I'm not going to make no excuses for you. I'm going to hold you accountable for what you say and what you claim you're going to do and what you are. How you going to get angry at me? Because you're a damn loser. That's your fault. The only thing I do is tell you in your face, you fake. You don't like that. So let me cry on somebody's shoulder. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Nobody don't give a damn how woe is me you are. This is a tough life. It's for the strong. Y'all weak ass can sit down. They want somebody to give you something. You want the white man to give you reparations. White man, America, they need to give us reparations. What did our soul brother Maurice say? We're not going to beg this cracker for no reparations. We're going to take it. We're not going to ask him and beg him for no land. We're going to take it. Because that's what men do. Did the cracker ask the Indians, the native people, for some land? They came in here and took it. We're not going to do like they done, but we're going to take it. Because you've been asking for reparations over 100 years. It's quite clear they're not going to give you nothing. So why you keep humiliating yourself and embarrassing yourself over something that's never going to happen? Like Invoke said, never going to get it, 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 never get it. You're not going to get it. So it's embarrassing to me to see these ADOS people or these weak-ass so-called Black Foundational Americans, a bunch of beggars. We don't beg here. You should be smart enough, wise enough, man enough to outfox the fox, outslick the slickster, and take what you're owed. You deserve it anyway. You're not stealing. Take what you want. Legally. There's nothing they can do about it. Because you're doing everything that you do is under their law. So you're not a terrorist. You're not a domestic terrorist. You're just taking what's yours. Because you're waiting around for people that don't have your best interest, that don't give a damn about us. One day, they're going to give you what you deserve. We already been waiting 100 years. We've been waiting on Black Power family, hotel. We've been waiting on that stuff over 100 years. Nation of Islam, 100 years. Marcus Garvey, RBG Nation, 100 years. Noah Drew Ali, close to 100 years. Well, it's got to be 100 years too, because that was before the Nation of Islam. We've been waiting on all this stuff 100 years, 50 years, and we have nothing. I say, get rid of those chicken dinners and get with a winner, and that's us right here. That's the reason why you don't see a lot of folks coming here, because we are the real deal. And those people live in fantasy and fiction and cowardice and laziness. They just want to watch a video. That's all they want to do. Run their damn mouth. And that's not the first time I asked that sister, what you want us to do? And I've known her for years. And she has done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Watch videos. Disrespect people because they disagree with what she's talking about, and she offers nothing. So, we don't want to be like them. I refuse. I have over 40 years of all this blackity black stuff under my belt. They do not impress me. It has done nothing for me. I can be like them and pretend. Now, I'm not going to say there's no benefits. I'm not going to tell you that. But in the grand scheme of things, it has done nothing for nobody that I know of. They doing the same stuff they was doing when I was a little boy. And I'll be 60 years old. And they doing the same stuff. So out of the 100 years of failure, I got at least 45 years of experience within that 100 years of black power. And I felt so stupid raising my hand talking about some black power because we didn't have none. And we wasn't getting none and still don't have none. When the Speakerwood said white power, he's got power behind him. We don't have nothing. And so we ask you, if you want power, let's take control of this state. What's that about? I can't get with that. I don't know. Well, you, like Brother Maurice said, then you don't want no damn power. You don't want no influence because this is the only way you're going to get it. The only way. There's no other so-called solution they have that can bring a benefit if we implement the Mississippi campaign. There's nothing out there that can benefit us the way this can. The only thing we can have to do is do it. But again, they don't want to do nothing. And I'm not a savior. I'm not a superhero. I offer you this, take it or leave it. I don't care. If you want to do it, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine with me. You can't say I did not offer a solution. A real solution. Logical. You don't want to do nothing. Because the Peckerwood taking care of you really, really well. You have plenty of water to drink. You get to go to McDonald's, get you a filet of fish. You happy. All right. Well, stop faking the funk. Pretending I want to be free. I want my liberation. Go sit your happy ass down with your fish fillet, your Big Mac and fries, and shut the hell up. And I don't give a damn how much self-hatred you say that I bring out, because it's true. And what self is it that I'm supposed to hate? I'm an African. You hate Africa. I don't hate Africa because I'm not African. People on the continent never did nothing to me. So why should I hate Africa? That's not me. That might be you. And hell, they don't even do what they talk about as far as Africa is concerned. I don't see them trying to pack up their bags to go to no damn Africa. These people aren't serious about nothing. So when I call them a bunch of comfortable Pharaoh slaves, that's true. Prove me wrong. This sister that's all blackity black, I don't see her doing nothing blackity black. Nothing. She goes to the white man for everything she needs. You have no choice because you don't produce nothing. And you don't want to help put yourself in a position so that you can become a great producer. You just want to sit here and run your mouth. All right. You're going to judge my blackness. You ain't ready to get with me. If for some reason, I return to my blackness, you a chump. You a sellout. As far as I'm concerned, if I return to my blackness, you a sellout. Because I'm ready to get down. You're not. I'm ready to go out in a blaze of glory for mine. You're not. The only thing you want to do is sit on your ass and run your mouth. You want to call people names? I can call you names too. In fact, better. Those are white supremacist talking points. But yet you call people coon and Sambo and other crap white supremacist talking points. Because coon, Sambo, Negro, all this stuff that you want to call people, you got it from your slave master. You too damn stupid and dumb to make up your own words. So piss off. You can go suck an egg. Give me a break here, brothers and sisters. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Thank you for watching this replay. Did this video earlier today. Thank you for the Deacons of Reality in the chat room. Thank you for those who are listening and those who will be listening to this video later on. I just want to do something different. I rarely go live on this channel, so I decided to go live. And we're almost done with this video lecture. Sister Noble will be going live on her channel, I think at 9 o'clock. So if you're still in the mood, subscribe to Sister Noble. Okay, he's back. Number 3. He's back. I'm holding up number 7s and 8s and everything except 3. Point number 3, we're going to get out of here. 1, 2, 3. I'm about to go start watching Sesame Street again. 1, 2, 3. Look, black man, clean your house before judging the sisters, before judging the black woman. What does it look like for me to judge you because you have a dirty house and my house is dirty, in fact, might be worse than your house? It's contradictory and you look like a hypocrite. Like the United Snakes of America, always criticizing talk about China is inhumane to her citizens, and they talk about how the citizens of other nations are treated. What about your own damn citizens? Your house, America, is not clean. Saddam Hussein is a wicked, evil dictator. What about you? You enslaved people in this nation for over 300 years. You made slavery a way of life. You sterilized people. You lynched people. You've done all kinds of evil to people. Even to the pink Americans here. You're poor and you're middle class. And this is where the education comes in. And I know that some of us, we hate the white man. We hate the white people. But just like Brother Muhammad was here, and he expressed, and he told this Caucasian man, and most of them don't understand or don't realize that your peak echelon, those in power, those on the top, don't give a damn about middle class white folks and poor white people. They don't give a damn about you. You were used. And so we say that the white man's the devil, and we talk about the atrocities, but also at the same time, we must understand that they were brainwashed. They were tricked. They were conditioned. Because the rich, those in power wasn't doing these things. They conditioned the poor and the middle class. And they developed these things because of how they were conditioned and taught by those who control the media and religion and all that other type of thing. Many of them don't even realize that they were used. So if you are exploited and you are used and you are brainwashed and you have been made mentally insane by what we call racism, an insane person is not responsible for their actions because they are insane. They're not devils. They were made insane. And an insane person is not responsible for their actions by their people. Brother Muhammad went on to continue to speak, and he said that they did the same kind of crap in Europe, which they did. And for those of you who study history like you claim, some of the most wicked devices of torture was developed in Europe, and they wasn't using it on Africans or Native Americans, they was using it on Europeans. Talk soul to me, like my brother Freddie Tuck said. Talk soul to me. So really, it's not fair, and it's an unjust when we know these things, and we want to blame all a race for what happened by the hands of a few who were brainwashed. You said the white man, but to my knowledge, there are over 60 kinds of Caucasian people. But there really was only about 5 actually involved in the slave trade. Only 5. But you said the white man. Now they participated only because they was part of the world economy. Absolutely. You have the Netherlands, you have Sweden, and you have other European countries that had nothing to do with our problem, or even slavery. Of course, they benefit because of the economy that slavery created, but also at the same time, African nations, other nations all over the world that participated, you can say the same thing about them too, if that's the case. So it's unjust. It's unjust, and we are told these stories, and we accept these stories, not based on really thinking about what we're told. We accept and embrace these ideologies and these beliefs because of emotion. And we're not really thinking and don't give a damn about really what happened. And when the truth is brought to us because of this built hatred that we have, we continue to accept something that is not really true. And they do the same thing. You a bunch of niggas, y'all came from the jungle. You have a low IQ. And they do the same thing. The white man's a devil, and you and I are African booty scratchers. They wrong and you wrong. But they have an advantage over you because they are in power. They have some kind of power. They have an advantage. You don't. So they can act out their hate on you, and you can't do nothing to them. I remember I was a manager at a pizza place, and on our downtime, all my staff was young, teenage Caucasian children. I used to teach them Black history, what I knew. And they sat there and they listened and they wanted to learn more because they didn't know. They didn't know. So instead of calling the white man the devil, and the white man did this, he's so evil and wicked, why don't you tell them? Teach them. So they know the truth also, because they have been exploited. They have been deceived. They really don't know. And like the Caucasian man that Brother Muhammad was speaking to, he never thought about it there. He didn't see it. Brother Muhammad told him, what do you get under white power? You get more under black first. And he explained it to him. Wow, they never thought about it because they brainwashed, conditioned to be rulers. Like we have been conditioned to be inferiors and slaves. You can holler black power all you want to. And you can talk about the white man ain't supreme over me. The reality is that's exactly what's happening. You claim that the Caucasian people, the white man, is not supreme over you. Well, give us an example of how you're superior to him. You can't. That's just some feel-good rhetoric. You don't want to feel bad about yourself. Now look. This man, black man, brothers and sisters, brothers, you're the one, and that's why I get on your case, because you say, I'm the leader. You say, it's natural for the man to be leader. You say, I'm the protector, I'm the provider. You say. So I'm going to pull your whole card. If you, the leader, the protector, and the provider, then do it. I don't see you doing it. That's the claim that you're making. You are the provider, you're the protector. Do you know why these black men, soul brothers? Now, if we was equal, but according to you, we're not equal. We are above the sisters. But if we was equal, and we come out here and we say that we must hold the black woman accountable for her actions, I can understand. But you're saying that you're the leader. You're above. You're better. You're the provider. So that means the criteria is set higher for you. The criteria is set higher for you. You want to blame and focus on the sisters as a distraction because you are a failure in what you're talking about. That you're a leader and a provider and all this crap. Look what she do. That's childish. Yeah, but what about her? It's a distraction from yourself. So you don't want people to focus on your crap. It's a distraction. We got to hold black women accountable. That's what it's all about. It's a distractionary tactic. So we don't concentrate on you because you say, I'm a provider. I'm a protector. I'm a leader. But you're not doing it. And you don't like the sisters, you don't like the black woman, because most of them will tell you you're a failure. You want to be around the sisters that cuddle you and babysit you when you fall down and scrape your knee. You want the sister, oh, poor black man. Oh, the white man is against you. All these men is against you. Life is against you. Oh, poor little baby. Oh, let me kiss Deacon Twin little knee. Oh, let me kiss AB Legend little knee. You done fell down and hurt yourself. Oh, like Sister Deity come on here. Talking about woe is me for these brothers out in the street begging for food and whatever. All these black men, they've been treated so bad. Oh, woe is me. Life is so bad for them. How are you going to be a man and you can't stand up with other men? You want somebody to kiss your little knee because you don't feel, because life is hard. When I was 19 years old, I never was on the street begging for money. I cut your grass. I shovel your snow. I sold bean pies and eggs. I picked up cans and bottles off the street. I don't have to beg you for nothing. I can get mine. And I didn't have nothing in my pocket. They choose to be a bunch of losers out on the street, hooked on drugs and liquor and whatever. That's That's what they chose to do. And other men don't help them. So here come the poor sisters. They feel pity and sorrow. Oh, I give you $1, brother. I buy you a meal. The protector, the provider, the leader. Here is your leader begging for crumbs in the street. Brother, can I get a dime? Your leader, your protectors and providers. You want to hold the sisters accountable for their actions, but you will not hold your own gender accountable. Because if the black man is on the street begging for a few pennies, how does that look for us as a gender? You should clear up your own house before talking about somebody else. Legend says, save money so you will not have to beg. How you gonna save what you don't have? I never had enough money when I was 18, 19 years old. I didn't have no money to save. But I still didn't beg. I still wasn't on the street begging, brother, can I have a dime? Now, once you make some money from male and female, you need to save for a rainy day. That's very wise. How you going to save what you don't have? Many of us are living paycheck to paycheck. We get our paycheck, buy our food, pay the bills. We don't have nothing. And then what little money we do save, if you have a car, a used car, your car break down, and to repair that car, it'll take every dime you just saved. I know, I've been through it. Lots and lots of time. Like, damn, I just saved $400. And the guy that repairing the car, he said, well, you still have $10, $20 left, out of your savings. No, you can save something. Now, come on. I don't know what world you live in. The world I live in, people poverty stricken. Can't save nothing. When they die broke. They have nothing in the bank. Some of our people can't even bury themselves. They have to raise the money to get cremated, raise the money to get buried. They have nothing and been working all their life. If Sister Nova was here, she'll tell you. My grandfather and grandmother worked all their life and they died with nothing. They didn't even have a house. The home they got, somebody gave it to them. They didn't even have a home. And worked hard all their life. You ought to see their hands all cruddy and wore out. Maybe you grew up in a different environment. Look what happened at the beginning of this coronavirus crap. And I think it was right before the coronavirus thing. And the airlines start breaking down. And some of these people was actually making a decent living. They was broke. Going to these food banks and things. That's me too. I have no children and I owe no debts or nothing. But when you have children, that's a whole different ball game. Because you taking care of somebody else. They need medical care, they need shoes, they need food, and the list goes on and on. It never stops. Even when they get grown. You have people 20, 30 some years old still depend on their parents right now. When I was locked up, these men was 40, 50 years old, and they still calling on their mama. They 40, 50 years old. I said this in my conclusion. You're not doing the brothers, you're not doing the black man a favor by making excuses for us. You're not doing us a favor. Oh, the world is so hard. You're a man, you're supposed to be able to deal with it. Make them fight. I remember a friend of mine, he was getting bullied. And maybe some of you have had this experience too. And he came home all scary. And actually, he was bigger than the people that was bullying him. And he came home all scary and terrified, being bullied. And his mother told him, if you ever come back here and let them people bully you, I'm going to whoop your ass too. So you're going to get two ass whooping. They're going to whoop your ass, and when you come home and I find out that you let them do what they done to you, I'm going to whoop your ass too. So you get two ass whooping. And that's when he decided to fight. And he beat them. She did not cuddle him and make excuses like many of you women do for your sons. You spoil your sons. You don't let them fight for themselves. So they get weaker and weaker and weaker. And as a gender, you're so busy blaming the women when we should be trying to get ourselves strong, clean up our own house. And I guarantee you, if we clean up our own gender, our own house, the sisters naturally will straighten up. You don't have to worry about them. The reason why they are what they are is because you're weak. Because you're the leader. You lead the charge. You're the example. When you are strong, they're strong. When you're natural, when you come into your, what you call your natural self, they are coming to their natural self. You don't have to worry about them. Worry about your damn self. The reason why they are weak, because we're weak. And we're weak because we are afraid to challenge our own gender to be better. It's easier and cowardly, and it's a distraction. Oh, look what the women do. They wear weaves. Brothers wear fake hair too. And you do dumbass things with your money too. You buy rims, you buy all these damn video games, and you go and you spend a lot of time watching movies. You do dumbass stuff too with your money too. How you gonna tell somebody else what to do with their money? You buy a lot of beer, smoke a lot of weed. So how you gonna tell the sisters what they should and should not do with their money? You are unnatural. Don't tell the sisters, oh, they wear weaves and that's so unnatural. You do a whole lot of unnatural crap too. Straighten your own house up. How are you in a position to tell somebody else their house is dirty and yours is dirty, maybe even worse? You scared. See, look. You might might talk all your crap on the internet, but you're not going to go face to face and tell these sisters a lot of this stuff in their face, because they'll go off on you. Who the hell are you? And not only that, their sons, their uncles, their fathers will kick your ass too. Like Michael Jackson said, you are not alone. They're not alone. Your punk ass. You're not going to go in these brothers' face with your crap and tell them they need to straighten up or whatever. Because you might get sliced. You might get your brains blown out. So you think it's easier, let's target the women. You just scared ass. Why don't you target the brothers? Because the brothers are supposed to be the leaders. The head of the household. The warrior, the soldier. You don't target them because you're scared of them. And the sisters not scared of you. How long have you been telling the black woman we got to hold the black woman accountable? For the last 20 damn years? Where has it got you? Nowhere. Because of the root of the problem is you. You cowardly piece of trash. It's you. It's our agenda. Our agenda is the problem. If you're going to lead, lead. If you're going to protect, protect. You're going to provide, provide. You don't lead, you don't protect, you don't provide, but you want the same kind of honor, the same kind of praise like those men who have done it for their women. Why should they respect us? And see, the thing about it, if we did what we claim we're supposed to do, whether she like it or not, and whether some other men like it or not, you're going to respect this. She wants us to be strong. The sisters want us to be strong. They want us to lead. They want us to provide. They want to feel secure knowing that we protect them. They want that. But we put on a show. And they ain't about that nonsense. You ain't real. You ain't real. You get angry. I'm doing the best I can. Twin, I'm doing the best I can. It ain't good enough. Just like when these people talk about their Pan-Africanism, Black conscience, and Hebrew Israelite-isms and all this stuff, it ain't good enough. And you get upset because you think what's not good enough is supposed to be acceptable. When you go to McDonald's, those fries got to be good. That Big Mac got to be good. You taste that Big Mac and the fries is cold, you sending it back to the kitchen. I don't want it. But we give these sisters cold fries, nasty Big Mac, and they supposed to accept it. No, no. I want to give these sisters, because they deserve it, some good hot fries, good hot Big Mac, melting cheese, lettuce, onions, and all that stuff on a sesame seed bun, because they deserve it. They deserve a good man. We're not good men. We operate and we act like boys. And if you get around the right Caucasian people, they will tell you. They will call you boy. Sure will. And you don't like it. Nobody don't give a damn what you don't like. You act like a slave, you act like a boy, and you should be called like that until you can prove otherwise. Not because you have a big mouth. Little boys have big mouths. not men. So what? So when you become really what you claim to be, she will respect you. You don't have to worry about that. We have to hold our women accountable. When are you going to hold yourself, our gender, accountable? Because it's really embarrassing for me as a soul brother, as a black man. My gender is embarrassing for me because I know we're not operating on the level of a man. We operate on the level of little boys, scared little boys, and slaves. But if you want to change that, get on board the soul train, find your place, implement this plan, let's get the job done. Because if you can do this, there's no doubt you're a man. Because little boys, little chump, little scary ass folks can't pull this off. If you want somebody to baby you, you need to go somewhere else where they'll call you a king and a god and a queen. Somebody just brought that up. Legend. Once again, Taalik, there are no kings, gods, no leaders in America. The only leaders are people that's in control. You want somebody to cuddle you and all like that? It's not going to happen. I can't do that here. It would be a disservice. And it's not. I'm not going to lie to you. No fairy tales here. I know the truth hurts. I know the truth hurts. It hurts me. You think I feel good saying this to us? Do you? You think I get my rocks off or something? Telling us these things? I got to keep it real. I got to keep it true so that we can be better. Hold on a minute again. Be right back. Had a little something in the oven. I don't want it to burn up. Because actually, this live stream lasted longer than I thought it would. And I want my thing all burned up. And that's what we're going to do here. We are going to keep it 100. Because that's the only way we can win. We can't win with these fairy tales and this feel-good rhetoric. If I call myself a man, I got to operate like one. We're not operating like men. That's why we're not getting the benefits men should get. I will say that again. The reason why we're not getting the benefits that we should of a man, because we haven't reached that level. That's why we're not getting the benefits. A man is a conqueror. A man protects and provides for his family. We don't do that. But if we can take this little geographical place and make it our own, it's the beginning of our transformation to God, to warriors, to kings. It's the beginning. It's the catalyst. And you're going to keep doing that because it's going to feel so good. Like, wow, I never felt this way before. Because now you are in a position. When you open up your bread, you know your people baked it. When you drink some milk, your cows produce the milk. When you build a house, it's our lumber. When you see those electric lines going up and down the road, We put those electric lines up. That's our electrical power plant. That's our nuclear power plant. The road that you drive in your car on, we put that down. The car, we build in our cars with an international agreement, maybe from Africa. They bring their car plant here, and we build our own cars. Now, when you go to the school system, we're going to teach, of course, American history, but now you're going to get the real history about yourself. So this self-hatred that you talk about, we can begin to kill it, the self-hatred, because now you start learning about yourself. But also, you are experiencing your own positivity. And you don't talk about what you can and cannot do. You are actually showing it every day. You're living it, not just running your mouth. That's what the Mississippi campaign is about. To give you something tangible that your eyes can see, that your hands can feel. You're not just running your mouth with empty rhetoric. You're on your way to be a man. Hot glory. What's that? Oh, Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son. Hot glory. So stop the distraction tactics. Don't get on that bandwagon. We got to hold the women accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Clean your own house up first before you talk about others. Once you clean your own house up, now you earn the right to talk about others because you want the whole house clean. Hey, you know, my side of the room is clean. What's up with your dirty side? You know, and then don't get so arrogant. I will help you clean your side. I will help you clean your house. I got mine together. I will help you clean your house. And now my side is clean. Your side is clean. Look how healthy we are. We both are. The Black woman is your greatest ally. She's your greatest partner. She's your greatest lover. She do not want you to fail. She wants you to succeed. But success starts with your mind, what you want to do. So let us encourage our brothers. Let's clean up our own house. Get on board this soul train and let's make history. Let's live history. We'll be going down in the history books. There's no doubt. As the greatest generation ever. Making our ancestors proud. They did not die in vain. Making our future generations. Woo! There were some bad mama jamas. Look what they went through. And they changed everything so we can be the gods and the kings we are in this time. So thank you for listening. I want to send a shout out to our sister Noble, our sister Ingrid, our sister Karen, our sister Ann X, to our brother Talib, brother Omar, our soul brother Maurice Muhammad, the executive director of Mississippi Initiative. I want to send a shout out to our deacons of reality, to Legend, to anybody that I missed in the chat room, to those who are listening, and those who will be listening to these few words in a future date, at a future time. I thank you so much. It's always an honor. And I don't mean to hurt people's feelings. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I just want us to win because we deserve better. We deserve to win. I love that rap song. I think it's by DJ Khaled. All I do is win, no matter what. I don't know the lyrics. All I do is win, win, win. All I do is win. I love that rap song. All I do is win. That's all I want for us. We got to. All these years and years of losing, all I want to do now is win. So on that note, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments.
Thank you for watching this audio live.
And like
want to do something different.
Like our brother Dr. Lillius always says,
reality.
I wish us love.
Those in the chat room.
And so we already 5,000.
And catch you on the flip.